Hello, everyone. Welcome to IB exam training at Sequoia. My name is Elisa Nino Sears, and I am your IB coordinator. Let's get started. So, the first thing that I want to say is that during the school year, the IB office, the IB team, we try to be really flexible and service oriented, friendly, welcoming, and chill. But during IB exam season, we have to really shift gears and focus on IB exam conduct and security. So, if we ask you to do something very particular, like remove a label from your water bottle, please know that we're not trying to be weird. We're just trying to make sure that all the IB exam rules are followed so that your exam work gets honored by IB and we pass inspection. So let's move on. Thank you for your cooperation and for your support during this very particular time in the Sequoia school year. This presentation is going to cover 4 areas: scheduling, security, what to bring, and some helpful tips and reminders to make sure that you have a really good exam season. Make sure that you check carefully in the link below. You'll find a link to our exam schedule. The exam schedule looks something like this. Here's a snippet. So if I am taking psychology on May 8th, Thursday, I am going to report to the exam room in Gym 1, not at 8:30. 8:30 is when the exam starts. I'm going to actually show up at 8:15, 15 minutes before the start time to make sure that I have plenty of time to get there, park, and do all the things that I need to do before I start my exam. I will report to Gym 1 and note that it says to bring wireless activity work. We'll talk about what that is in a little bit. If I have received IB approved accommodations as part of my 504 or IEP, I will know because the IB office will have emailed me to go directly to room 128 for the special accommodations exam setting. English is in the afternoon, and for that exam, I will report at 12:15 and the exam will finish around 3:30. I will go to Gym 1 if my last name is A through L and Gym 2 if my last name is M through Z. And if I am part of IB approved accommodations, I will know whether to go to the Powell Gallery or room 128 by looking at the email that the IB office sent me. So, when do I need to show up? For morning exams that start at 8:30, you'll show up at 8:15. For afternoon exams that start at 12:30, you'll show up at 12:15 to the area outside of the exam room. That means that if you need lunch from Sequoia, you will go to the main quad windows at 12 o'clock. You will be released from class so that you have enough time to grab lunch, eat it outside of the exam room, and be ready to start your exam at 12:30. When can I leave? So, due to exam security, IB requires that all students be released from the exam room at the same time. So, please plan ahead. Let your people know that you will not be available until at least the estimated exam time that is in the exam schedule, maybe even a little bit later if the exam runs late. New in 2025, IB has enhanced their security requirements to include wireless time for any exam with content that takes less than 2 hours to complete. So, for example, if my exam took 90 minutes to finish, once everybody finishes their exams at the 90-minute mark, I will still need to stay in the room for an additional 30 minutes till that 2 hour time. I can bring wireless work to do. I will not have access to my digital devices, no phone, no laptops, no watches, nothing until the 2 hour mark when I am released and given back all my stuff. During that time, however, the wireless time, you are welcome to visit with friends in the exam room, to debrief how your exam went. You can play with a deck of cards. You can look at textbooks, work on math homework, maybe do flashcards to study for your next exam. You can do anything that doesn't require internet access until we hit the 2 hour release time. What should you do about missing class? Please make sure you let your teachers know so that you can plan ahead and make up any work that you need to do. On our end in the IB office, we will make sure to clear your attendance. Give us a couple of days to get that done. If a week has passed and you haven't gotten your attendance cleared, do let us know by sending us an email. Now, Make sure that you know IB does not reschedule exams. They do not offer makeup exams unless the only reason we would cancel an exam is if there is a massive earthquake or a fire or if war breaks out in Redwood City. That's not going to happen. We're going to have a wonderful exam season. So make sure that you are there. There are no makeup exams. So if you come down with a cold or if you have a headache, you still need to report to your exam on time. Please let the adult in the room know that you're not feeling well. We will do our best to help you get through the exam to feel comfortable. Again, there are no makeups. If you do not show up to your exam, it will be a 0. Exam security. IB does from time to time send inspectors, so we really want to make sure that we're following through on all these little rules and regulations. There can be no talking from the moment you enter the exam room to the moment you leave the exam room, and that we will make sure is really strictly enforced. It's tempting to talk to your neighbor, give them a high five, wish them good luck. We cannot do that under IB exam rules, so make sure that you stay silent while you're in the room. There are the following items that are crossed out in red. Those are not allowed in the exam room. When you show up, your IB invigilator will tell you to please put all of these items into your backpack. No cell phones, no watches, no ink doodles on your skin, no digital devices, earbuds, hats, or hoods. It's okay to wear a sweatshirt with a hoodie situation, but you just can't wear the hood on your head. If any unauthorized material is found on you, we will have to report it to IB and it will put everybody's exam scores at risk. So please make sure you're following these rules. All digital devices, including your phone, will be completely turned off, placed inside your backpack or bag, and stored in the back of the room. And you will not have access to it until the entire test has been dismissed. So make sure you let your loved ones know that you will not have access to your phone during the exam. Make sure that you do not discuss the content of the exam within 24 hours before and after the exam, and that includes all forms of social media. As tempting as it is, they will find these things. IB researches this, investigates this, and I don't want our students to be caught putting something on Snapchat or Instagram or Discord, etc. So no talking about it for 24 hours before or after. In-person conversations about exams are totally fine. What can you bring to the exam? Bring your favorite ballpoint pen, blue or black ink only, but make sure that it's not a gel pen or a liquid ink pen because those will get erased when it goes through the IB machines. So ballpoint pen only. If you need one, we will loan you one when you get to the room. Same thing with a pencil. We are happy to loan you a pencil, or you may bring your favorite one from home, a number 2 pencil. Bring them in a see-through bag. A Ziploc bag is a great option. We would love for you to stay hydrated during the exam. Please make sure to bring it in a transparent bottle. A disposable bottle with the label removed is a great option. If you have a transparent backpacking bottle like a Nalgene with a design on it, that's fine as long as it is transparent. If you bring in a Hydro Flask or a Stanley Cup that's not see-through, we will not allow you to bring it into the room. I'm sorry. It has to be clear with no label and see-through. What not to bring. No food will be allowed in the exam room, so make sure that you have a healthy breakfast and lunch so you have plenty of energy for the exam. If you have a back-to-back paper 1, paper 2 exam, the IB office will provide snacks for you. Calculators. Your IB teacher will walk you through the process of submitting your fully charged calculator. Make sure you charge it completely so that it will last a month during IB exam season. You will turn in your calculator to your teacher and make sure it's a brand or model, Texas Instruments or NumWorks, that we accept. We will not be accepting Casio calculators this year, so make sure you have the right one. Follow the instructions from your teachers to label your calculator carefully so that the IB exam office team knows where you're going to be and which exam box to put this in. Rudy Raven is going to be in IB Business Management, and he's done a great job telling us exactly which math level he's going to be in, Analysis HL, so that we make sure that his calculator gets to that exam room. The calculator boxes will be in your IB teacher's classroom. Make sure, again, that it's fully charged so that it lasts the whole exam season. The IB office will not be able to charge your calculator for you. Some helpful tips and reminders. When you get into the gym or whatever your exam room is, take a deep breath. It's going to look weird with all of those tables perfectly set up in rows. It's just a gym, it's just a Sequoia room, and you're surrounded by adult volunteers who are really excited to help you. So please don't get nervous. Be sure to wear lots of layers for your clothing because it can be very hot and very cold in the room. So you can bring in a jacket. If you're not going to use it, you'll tuck it underneath your chair. Layers are helpful. There are going to be links below to lots of helpful flyers and information from IB. So make sure to check those out. In every room, we're going to have a big clock so that you can manage your time, along with a start and stop time poster so that you know roughly where you are in terms of timing during the exam. There will be no watches or timers allowed other than those big clocks. The answer booklet is very particular. You may have practiced this with your IB teacher. Let me walk you through it really quickly. Uh, in the answer sheet, there's going to be these little boxes where you're going to write which question it is that you're answering. So you'll see this student is answering two questions, number 2 and number 7. In the little box, he's put a 2 in the little rectangle on the right. He doesn't write 02, just 2 on the right. Then this question number 2 comes in two parts, A and B. So he's written A, skipped a line, and then B. Now, this student needed to skip a line again after 2B. So, because the box was right there next, he could not put a 7 in that very next box. So, he had to skip all the way to the next available rectangle. He put blank 7 and then proceeded to answer number 7. If you make a mistake on this IB answer booklet, don't worry. One neat line crossing something out will fix it, and the examiner will know not to include that mistake in your answer. If you make a mistake and you don't want to answer that number, you can black out the rectangular box, put a clean line through it, and then move on to the next available box after skipping a line, like this student did, moving on to number 27. Try your best to write neatly. It really helps the person grading your IB exam if they can read what you write. If you want to write a plan or an outline before starting your official answer, that's fine. You can do that in your answer booklet. Then when you're totally done at the end of the exam, you'll just cross out the outline or your plan so that the IB examiner knows not to grade that and instead grade the part that you do want graded in your exam booklet. Your invigilator will be happy to give you everything that you need. If you have any needs, you just raise your hand and your invigilator will come and help you. At the end, you'll put together your IB exam script. What that means is it's a packet of all of your work with your cover sheet on top. You'll put a string tie through it. It's tempting to knot it or tie it somehow to make it tight. Please don't do that. You actually need to leave it loose, just like it is in the picture. Make sure that you take these exams seriously. People are working really hard in that room, all the students, to get the best score they can so that they can get college credit or placement in a more interesting class in college. For some students, these IB scores will be really important for when they apply to nursing school or to some other kind of graduate school. So these IB exams count for a lot. They also are really great feedback for our IB teachers who will be poring over your results and your scores in July to see how we did and make adjustments to our curriculum as needed. So make sure you're writing, doing your best work. No doodling or drawing in your exams. We want to make sure that everybody's behaving so that everyone has a good exam. We're super proud of you. You've got this. If you are feeling nervous, that's normal. That's your body getting you revved and ready to go so that you can focus and work really hard during the exam. If your nerves are getting to be too much and you're really feeling nervous in an unhealthy way, please come and talk to us. Talk to us in the IB office, talk to your IB teacher, maybe check in with the TRC to see what can we do to get you more comfortable and ready to rock and roll. The important last step, please make sure that you are answering this exam form. So go to the purple link here, tinyurl.com/SEQ IB Score Report 2025. We need you to fill that form out so that we know how to get you your information so that you can access your exam scores in July. We want to make sure that we have the information we need to get your exam scores from IB to whatever your next institution is after Sequoia. And also, we need to be able to stay in touch with you because in September, we are going to get your certificates, your physical certificates and diploma in the mail from England. And we want to be able to get them to you wherever you are after Sequoia. So please make sure to fill this out. You only need to fill it out once. Thank you so much, everyone. Best of luck on exams. I'm so proud of you. This is going to be great.